the gods, the 14 verbatim gods that we are the embodiment of, and we say, let there be light, and there was light. Okay, that's our little ritual. This is where we are being transparent. And of course, I'm sharing with you because we're about to break the law of silence. Of course, we need light to see what has been hidden in plain sight. We are not only just seeing what's in plain sight, we are digging deep. Okay, so okay, beautiful ignited souls. Yeah, before we move on, let's have a tea break. Of course, I hope you've got your cup, or is your fruit, whatever it is, so we can indulge. Because why? We're about to break the law of silence. I want to share a little something with you. I have been like, of course, just having a look at few of videos on social media. We are proliferated with issues about sex crimes, and it is just everywhere. I don't think you can really get away from it. And I was kind of wondering, oh, well, I like to just look for the solution, if you like. And perhaps you could say for that reason, I have been on this path of cultivating the art of self-love, which is what I want to talk about here in this video. We're going to have a light tea break and not go too heavy, because I feel that we need to have this lightness. But I just want to share this, having mentioned lightness, is that I was asking myself, and I know I get to this juncture, if you like, I get to this juncture for every now and then, and having to ask myself, why am I here? Whatever sense you want to make up the question, whether here in this realm, here in this space, this physical space, here in what is experiencing, but why am I here? It often reminds me about being somewhere and you see this map and it says you are here, and so then you can see from what angle you are going to travel or where you want to be. And in fact, I have got a video saying you are here, so feel free to check this out by Crimey Queen. Okay, so basically, um, it just reminds me all these videos that I saw of a lot of sex crimes or allegations, or it's just so much, and we are proliferated with all of these. But as I said before, it's that we are in this new cycle, it's a new creation, and people are really faced with, what do I take with me? Because or where do I want to go, or what am I going to take with me? That's why you are going to have to examine where of these there you are. So you are here, but actually your hair also have the there. It's that tea, it's that tree, it's the tree of life, if you like, all in one. It's about the realization that what is there is also here, and so you need to transform your hair before you can be over there. Thus, it becomes an absolute necessity to make yourself light for this journey of transformation. And by doing so, you cultivate the art of self-love. But the word there gives us a sense of external representation or focus. And so, yes, you could say we need to know where we are. And why I'm saying this, to be more precise, is that, of course, my journey, of those of you who have been with me for a while, or maybe you have come across my videos of where I have talked about publishing 2 volumes of The Crimson Light. which is how I started my YouTube channel. By the way, let Spirit is saying, just read something quickly. Okay, so I've opened. Do you like this chapter here? It's called A Love Thing, and I know I've read it before, and it perhaps is one of my favorite, but it happens, it's here again. And I'm going to um just read perhaps. Okay, there are no accidents and no coincidences but the choices we make. Today I am making a choice to see love, that love provides. So I'm making a choice to see love provide, love attracts, and love nourishes. So basically, I'm just going to give you just this because this is just one of those bullet points, things that I have, or anchor. So nothing happens by chance, which is what we are saying here. That I was seeing so many or stories, or encountering so many stories of people who have been sexually abused, because that is my background, if you like. I have come through this. I'm thriving from this. I don't consider myself a survivor. I consider myself a thriver, where I have learned to cultivate the art of self love, which is what I want to speak about, the art, cultivating the art of self love. But we are just going to do numerology on the word cultivate, because I believe by, looking at the word cultivate is actually going to help us cultivate what it is we need to do to know where we are going, over there, north, south, east, or west. So I hope you're with me. Oh, before we go on, let's have a tea break. People, I hope you have your cup. I've got this lovely delicious water from the Chalice Wells in Glastonbury. That is just so delicious. It's the white and red water mixed together. Okay, if you haven't been there, okay, it's just really one of my favorite places, my favorite gardens, my favorite places to be. So, back to cultivating the art of self love. I realize that by encountering all these scenarios that or videos or stories that I was hearing today about sexual abuse, and people that I used to look on and listen to their podcasts and things, and now they are in the media on a subject that is not the most delicious. I mean, it's not like having a tea break at all. It's more like breaking out of jail or that kind of thing. Okay, but so I won't mention names now, because I feel really that we need to be looking forward. And I have also learned another, there is so much to share with you people. So, for instance, when I was writing these publications, it's 2 volumes of The Crimson Light, I was very clear that I wanted to write a book that inspires and teach, motivate, cultivate, nourish, heal if possible, and to do all those things to the reader, or to help the reader find that equilibrium or direction, at least to say you are there. And if you pick up any of these books by Crime a Queen, in fact, you will see yourself at a good place, in the sense of that it is not about regurgitating your issue. It's not about crucifying yourself anymore, but it's recognizing where you are. And this is what happened to me today when I was going through social media, encountering all those things and realizing, you are here. You are here to see how far you have come. You are here to see how resilient you are. You are here to see what you could do to help others. You are here to see. You are here listening to this to understand that now you have got a remedy that you want to share with others. When we say a remedy, teaching others how to cultivate the art of self-love, and also a 5-day online course that happens only 4 times a year because we are working with numbers and numerology. That's one main aspect of it. But what I really want to speak on here is to say to you, even while you are listening to this video or listening to me, you are here to see where you're at. It's simple as that. Whether you're in an argument with someone, you are there to see how you are handling this. You are seeing it is always a reflection, always a mirror to let us know where we're at. It's the model you have taken, or it's that module you are actually on your course of life, if you like, and you want to know whether you've actually passed this, because the examination is not about the other person. Especially when we speak of forgiveness, we think it's about the other person. No, it's about us, the US, the United Souls, because we are on this us ship merging into this high fifth dimension. And so it is important you see where you are. It is important that you know where you are so you can be here, so you can choose to know or recognize you are here. It's all about there. And to be that light, in here or there, or in the ship, if you like, in he or in her or in air. This is what we are talking about. So now why cultivate? Because I was asking, of course, with the 14 gods, let's welcome the 14 gods that we are the embodiment of, where of course no one else teaches you that than in Hinduism, but of course you may not be familiar with it in the terms of the Holy Bible, because there are 14 verbatim gods in the Bible. These gods are ready to help you in whichever way you call upon. In fact, it came to my realization opening the Bible today when we have the first book of Moses is called. This is a God, the called God, and he equals 10. That is the number 10 that we operate on, like Adam equals 10, or heaven equals 10, or hell equals 10, or Satan equals 10, or spirit equals 10. All of this is 10. Now, no one would really tell you this, people. Well, of course, maybe some people would. But in this context, I feel it is important we familiarize ourselves with the gods. So the called God, and we are going to, of course, I feel the called God is very present right now, is of 6 letters, and also, as we say, Genesis, people, person, all of this is 6 days of creation. Okay, so we are going to do cultivate, C-U-L, cultivate. Now, I love this word. Ignited souls. I'm sure you have a word that makes you feel good too. How about putting your word in the comments below? Let us see what common factors we have in the all united souls here. As I say, cultivate makes me feel good. What makes you feel good? Perhaps the word inspire, perhaps motivate, perhaps, synchronicity, so many words, perhaps vibration, energy. And let's know what word makes you feel good, what makes you ignited, or does the word ignited makes you feel good? When you come across words, when you use words, do you pay attention to how they make you feel? Observe how they make you feel. Observe what message they are igniting within you. Because remember, people, you are the word. You are the word cultivate. Now, any word you have with this 8 at the end here, cultivate, motivate, concentrate, any of those words that you come across, it carries the force of creation, in that sense of what caused us to be here, because the woman ate and gave to her husband, and he also did eat, EAT or ATE, and that's why we are having a tea break. And of course, I'm having water right now. You will see that the ATE is part of that water you are, WATER. So I'm just saying to pay attention to the words. Now, other letters or how they sound, because that is activating the code within you to cultivate in the land. Now, why I chosen this word as well is that, as I say, it not only makes me feel good. In fact, I'm sometimes surprised that it makes me feel good, because I grew up on a farm and I used to work really hard. I mean, I used to like carry load on my head and walk steep hills and pathways on, sometimes bare feet. And, it's just, I used to do those things. And of course, I have not departed in some way, although I love the idea, not only the idea, because I took myself out of my comfort zone in that way, and I love the idea of wearing high heels, which I did when was much younger and did a bit of modeling and stuff and so on. So I love to dress up as much and have all these heels. But again, I find that when my feet is on the bare ground, nothing feels better than that. I am connected with nature. I am connected to source. I am with my higher self. I am at my equilibrium. I am vibrating on levels that you would not imagine. And truths and things are just being revealed to me, and just like that. So I understand that this word, why I mentioned growing up on the farm, this is a word that would encapsulate that experience or I had of my childhood growing up and, cultivating. And I understand that I could more or less transform or transfer the skills of gardening, planting, and doing all those things into my spiritual and emotional state. So why I say all this, I hope you're grasping the essence of that. And so sometimes I would say to people, well, put your feet on the ground, a thing to say or the worst thing to say to some people, and others would embrace it too. But to cultivate is not just saying just put your feet on the ground. That is like one aspect of things, because putting your feet on the ground is connecting to something that's beneath. And sometimes, if you were to actually think of the things that exist or beneath, you would really want to run away. But likewise, people, if you were to think of the things, a lot of us don't think about the state of what it's like within us. Suppose you were to be, they were to see a gush of blood flowing, or or someone had an accident, or you had an opportunity to see what's inside you. You had an opportunity to see your intestines, your bowels, and all of those things. You probably would want to run away from yourself. So that in itself is another, it's like you are the ground, you are the earth, you are everything that the ground is. You are a representation of that which you are standing on. And so when you stand on this, you are becoming more connected as being whole. So I hope we have kind of given a little bit of meaning on cultivate. It just seemed like one of those words that I will be speaking more on in as we go along. But another thing that struck me in the word cultivate is the word cult. Now, no one really shouts about that word being tied to the I or the IV, which would indicate like Eve, of course, because I kind of think about words, people. I think and I look on how I learn to spell, for instance. So it would be like Eve ate. Right here, people. Eve ate of the fruit and it's a cult. It's like to say that we are of a cult, to understand the whole aspect of this. This is why they were sent to the east of the garden or to till the ground. We are speaking through the Bible and so on. And all of those things is to do with the ground or the land. In the same way, you hear with the story of Abraham, who's the father of many nations, or father of many nations, is the same thing, that it was all about the land. This land is you. You are the land. The word land actually equals 13 AND. And people remember the Bible always in the first, it was and was going on. And of course, the first letter of the Bible, that really where the spell is in Genesis of chapter 1, which is L here, the L letter is added here to let us know that this and it has been reverberated to say, let there be light, and there was light. The and, every time something was added, that's what happens. The L is giving it that vibration because it is of the 3 numerical value. 3, there's 21 minutes on the clock. So I just want to share this. It's really the cult of, this is like the cult of Eve, the cult of nurturing, the cult of sharing, of eating, of sharing with her husband who was with her. This is where, this is the cult. No one speaks or mention of this cult. When we hear the word cult, we only want to think of it in the dark sense of where they are sexual, controlling the minds of people or whatever. But many organizations and religions do this too, but maybe in a more subtle and acceptable way. So here we are talking about Eve. Of course, as I say, it's how we have learned. So this would be if we had Eve like EVE, then we know in learning to join the words together, the E would be changed to I. This is how I learned it, and it would be V. Of course, there is an E at the end here to let us know that Eve ate. It's all about, and of course, there's the numerical aspect to this as well. So let's look at this here. This is supposed to be a short video. Okay, so it's 3, 3, 3. Can we see this, people? Of course, it would be a cult. And this is 2, 9, 4, 1, 2, 5. So let's add this together, people. So this is how I count. So this is 9, this is 10, this is 21, 25, 30, 32. So isn't it, well, I shouldn't be too surprised. This, so here with this word 32 is actually on the same premise or the same numerical vibration of Christ. When Christ says, and just to ensure that we have got this correct, this is 7, this is 8, 12, 21, 23, 23, 26, 29, 32. Okay, so we have it correct. And Christ, so this is CHRIST, cultivate. But this is 3, 8, 9, 9, 1, 2. And this is 32. Of course, this is 5. So 32 mirrors the word life in that sense of 23, because life equals 23. 2 plus 3 is 5, of course. We see that 5 is central to our transformation of realization. meaning know thyself. In fact, when we do the numerical values for know thyself, it equals 5. That's what we are meant to do. And through that, know the 14 goals that we are the embodiment of. So, people, I'm going to leave this with you because I hope you will get to understand the art of self-love is about cultivating. It's about cultivating our words, our thinking, our mind. So, for people, for instance, who have been sexually abused or so on, we have to learn to cultivate the art and not keep regurgitating the or reliving time and time again, where it becomes we become like a hamster just going around like this. So it's time, this is a new time, and we need to let go. We need to know where we are. You are here right now. If you are here right now, you are moving forward, and you ought to be able to see where you are going. So I leave you with this. Please like and subscribe and share and stay ignited.